Hey, welcome to FCRB TV. It's your boy P. Wrecker, Football Club Red and Blacks. It's been a couple of weeks now since I had a video out because Arsenal played Bournemouth, beat them 2-1. Wasn't pretty, but got the result. I believe we had international break before that, so I watched all the international games, and that was all right. Yeah, that was when, Italy was giving it to USA. Who gave it to USA before that? Who was it? I can't even remember. But yeah, Grifo and Politano, those guys were just ripping America apart. But anyway, we're not worried about that. The Europa League games too, some Champions League games. Yeah, watched all that. But I didn't want to take time out to make any video about that because what was coming has come. And that is the North London Derby. Today was Derby Day. 3 derbies on tap. We're going to focus, obviously, on Arsenal, Tottenham at the Emirates. And then we're going to just briefly talk about that fiasco, that mess that took place in Merseyside at Anfield. So I'm going to go all in, okay? I'm going to call some players out. I'm going to keep it 100 with you folks today. I'm going to tell you how I saw it. I would love to see if you agree. If you don't agree, please comment below and let me know what you think, because this game today, Arsenal versus Tottenham, there's only one way to see it, man, because there's only one team that showed up. No, actually 2 teams showed up, but one team bossed the other. Yes? Absolutely bossed the other. And mind you, they had their dad reffing the game. Tottenham had their dad, Mike Dean, reffing the game today, and we still gave him the business. Okay? So we're going to start off. Unai Emery came out with the 3-4-3, which is fantastic. But with the 3-4-3, ladies and gentlemen, we have to understand that when you play a 3-4-3, there is no number 10. So right off the bat, I'm getting at the point that Mesut Ozil is not in the starting lineup. He's not in the starting lineup, and I don't think he suited up. He wasn't even on the bench. Something's going on with that situation, but that's another video. So the 3-4-3, high energy press, and through the press, once you win possession, it's all about keeping possession, roll on the floor, getting it behind quickly, and Unai's got the boys firing on all cylinders. So we started with Aubameyang straight down the middle. Off on the left is Alex Iwobi, and on the right was Henrik Mkhitaryan. Not bad. Then across the middle, you had on the left wing back was Kolasinac. Then the 2 in the middle was the captain, Granit Xhaka, and Torreira, the Uruguayan pitbull. And then on the right-hand side, it was the right wing back, Hector Bellerin. Then you're going to go in the back 3, the 3 center-backs. Central defense was Socrates. On the right was Mustafi. And on the left was Rob Holding. And in goal was Bird Leno. All right, so the Tottenham lineup, they went with their captain, what's-his-face, Lloris. Then in the back, they had, oh my God, they had Vertonghen was there. Then the young Argentinian fourth was there. Then they had, dude, I can't even remember who were their wingbacks because they were just terrible. Then in midfield, they had Sissoko was in there. You have Eriksson in there. Son and Kane up front with Ali underneath. And then the wide guys. Who were the wide guys? I can't even. Davies, the Welsh lad, played left back. Yeah, he played left back. Yeah, and then the right back was I can't even remember. Who was it? Doesn't matter. Anyway, so the game right out of the gates, Arsenal's all over them. And after 9 minutes, newly inserted into the lineup, Vertonghen handballs it on a set piece, on a free kick swung in by Xhaka. Don't know why he did it. Now we've got to go into a little sub story in this in the North London Derby. It was mentioned that Vertonghen had just been returned into the starting lineup from injury. Yes, returning from injury, and therefore Toby Alderweireld, can't pronounce his name, the Belgian center back, both good center backs, was dropped, and also to partner Vertonghen was the young Argentinian fourth. Don't know why that young guy is playing in a game of this magnitude. It should be noted that Mauricio Pochettino is Argentinian. If you see what I'm getting at, you can't go around playing favoritisms if you're going to run a football club properly. There's no chance that this young Argentinian is better than Toby, for him to keep him out of a game of this magnitude serves them right. So that's how it goes. Vertonghen handballs it. Big game Mustafi, or should I say Tottenham killer Mustafi, was about to score another header. Vertonghen knew he was beaten to the ball, had to try to distract, throws his hands up, throws one hand up, off the ball, penalty, Arsenal. Goal, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, 1-0 to the Arsenal. And then after that, we had them on the sword. Arsenal had Tottenham on the sword. We needed to finish them. Iwobi missed a chance. Aubameyang missed another chance. There were other opportunities where we should have finished them, and we didn't. So it goes about 30 minutes into the second half, into the first half, and they get a free kick. Harry Kane is nowhere to be seen at this point in time. A free kick whipped in by Eriksen. Eric Dyer gets on the header, and Bernd Leno should have done a lot better, but he kind of guides the ball into the goal. It's 1-1 in the North London derby, and I am not fuming because I know we've been better and we're going to get more. It's just that we've let these guys get a goal against us on our patch, and didn't want to have to deal with all that. So at the goal celebration, Eric Dyer runs over and he's giving it to the Arsenal fans, and I kind of like the banter. Okay, yeah, okay, oh, do your thing, buddy. All right. Then a little fracas breaks out, and I think Lichtsteiner doesn't appreciate it. Lets him know, hey, get out of here, man. And then everybody runs off the bench, and Pochettino goes down there, and everybody's huffing and puffing, got their chests out, and I saw Eric Dyer pointed Aaron Ramsey, if I'm correct, and it says, hey, you, go have a seat, mate. Hey, you, go have a seat. Yeah, we'll be back to that in a minute, Eric Dyer. So he's over there popping that trash, throwing his hands at people, you know what I mean? And then Dele Alli, that's another one. That guy's a wind-up merchant. He's over there grabbing on people, acting like he's tough. And you know, Dele Alli, you know, if you were caught in the street, you're not about that life. So don't act like you're tough because you're in a soccer game, bro. Don't do it. But anyway, we'll be back to you as well. So the little bust up breaks is done with. It's put away, and it's 1-1. We get back to it, and not even a minute later, Tottenham comes down again, and they have one of their swift counterattacks. If anyone who knows football, they all know that Tottenham is just a counterattack football team. I don't even know why Manchester United are saying that they want Pochettino. You want Pochettino to come and coach your team as a counterattack team? When you're a counterattack team, you're still you're playing possum. You're still the second best team in the game. You're just hiding to sneak attack. That's what Tottenham is, sneak attack. So they snuck attack Arsenal. They got in, but now here's the thing. The ball is backheeled through into space for Son. Son gets on his bike. He's into the box. Rob Holding comes sliding across, right? And then this guy, Son, just falls down. Falls down, mate. Gets a penalty from Mike Dean, their daddy. He's the daddy of Tottenham. I don't know why they let this guy ref any games in the Premier League, because it's clear that he's a Spurs supporter, and he celebrates their goals. I don't know why the guy's reffing the game, but he shouldn't have been. He gives a penalty. Nowhere in the world is that a real penalty. Robbie Mustoe and Robbie Earl, I respect you guys a lot, but for you guys to say that you agree that it's a penalty, is that some kind of like staff thing, like whatever the referees call, you got to back it? How could that be a penalty when he barely touched him? And you can't say, well, if there's a touch, it's a foul, it's a penalty. That means every touch in the box is a pen, bro. Every touch. What happened there? Rob Holding slid across. He grazed his foot, got him off his rhythm, and then Son knew the chance was gone because Bellerin was right there, and he fell to the ground and held his foot. Rubbish. Never a penalty. Nevertheless, they get it. Kane scores 2-1. So now it's 2-1 at halftime, and I'm more upset about the call and not the way that Arsenal's playing, and I'm upset because Tottenham now think they're good. One thing for me is I don't really respect teams or managers who always play on the counterpunch. You don't come to boss the game. All you do is come to steal the game. If you're really good, like Pep Guardiola is, he sets his team up to come and boss you. Okay? Not taking things in the night. That's what Tottenham's about. You know what I mean? So, halftime it's 2-1, and I still feel we're going to at least draw, because I cannot fathom we were not outplayed in the first half. Harry Kane had only one shot in the game, and that was his penalty. He was pocketed by the back three of Arsenal. So halftime is at 2-1. Unai Emery makes changes, takes off Iwobi and Mkhitaryan. I thought Iwobi was good in the first half, but he took him off, and usually Unai's right. And I knew that Laka had to get on at some point. So we kept the 3-4-3, and we brought on Lacazette and Aaron Ramsey. And we continued right where we left off. We're all over Tottenham. They're not really getting any chances. They're not really getting the ball because we have it all the time. All they're doing is defending. And then, of course, we had a ball played in through, I don't know if it was Torreira that played it, but it finds Ramsey. Ramsey's in. Ramsey slides it across, and he slides it across, and Aubameyang one time, inside of the right foot, curls it to Lloris's left-hand side netting, 2-2. The roof comes off the Emirates. Boom! What a golazo. 2-2. And right there, Tottenham know. They know that, man, oh, man, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough because they're coming, and we can't keep possession. Well, I'm going to get at Tottenham's midfield in a minute. So it's 2-2, yeah? 2-2 to the 2-2. It's about to be 3 to the Arsenal in a minute. So it's 2-2, and we're all over them. We're going, creating more chances. Tottenham's trying to find their counter, but it's not really on. And then we get another opportunity. And again, here we talk about the young lad, Fourth, the young Argentinian center back. He gives the ball away to Ramsey. Ramsey plays a through ball to Lacazette. Lacazette sizes up Vertonghen and Eric Dyer, and he curls one off the shin of Dyer, beats Lloris 3-2 to the Arsenal, and it's pandemonium in my house. I've gone mad. I totally knew it was coming. We totally deserved it. And I tell you what, we were putting them under so much pressure. Eric Dyer, who started at center midfield, he dropped back into a back three for Tottenham. So he dropped back in there with Forth and Vertonghen. And then they still had Davies on the left-hand side and the right wing back or whoever it is. They went to a back five. They went to a back five to try to combat and to deal with the pressure that Arsenal were putting them on. And it really didn't work. We kept coming for them, and it was just awesome. We kept coming. And then again, now the fourth goal scored by Arsenal, the passing, the movement, how Torreira, the central defensive midfielder, gets a through ball from Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. He gets in behind Eric Dyer, who was a central defender, slots it past Lloris, 4-2. Arsenal are bossing. The Emirates is chanting Olé after every pass after that. And then, I think maybe it was 5 minutes left in regular time before the 6 minutes of injury time, Vertonghen got his second yellow card. I thought it was a bit harsh, but at the same time, he won the ball on the slide when Lacazette challenged, but as he won the ball, his stud still showed, and he did stomp his ankle. If I was referee, I wouldn't have given it, but that's how Mike Dean covers his tracks, so he can say, how can you say that I favored one team when I gave them a red card? Bruh, the game was gone already, all right? Tottenham weren't going to do anything anyway. So 4-2, Arsenal gives it to Tottenham. We're all over them. But let me tell you this though. Dele Alli and Heung-min Son, they're wind-up merchants and divers. They're cheats. Every time somebody comes near those two, they just fall down. You watch the game today, people. Those guys, that's not even cool, bro, what they were doing. They were just diving for free kicks. That's all they were doing. Because they knew they weren't going to score from open play. They weren't going to score from open play. Tottenham is whack. Tottenham, they have no midfield. They talk about Christian Eriksen all the time. Where was Christian Eriksen today? The guy does not keep possession. He didn't control the midfield for Tottenham. The game was won today by Arsenal by the midfield. Xhaka and Torreira owned it, and then our wingbacks are all over them. And then our front three were better than their trident up front to try to get counterattacks. We were better than them in every facet of the game, except for maybe goalkeeping because Leno made that big mistake. But he still made a big save when Bellerin gave the ball away to Son, and Son had a free shot top of the box. It's so funny that for all the young lads who come across this, when you play, it's a very important. It's imperative that you understand that you have to minimize your mistakes. And as you get older, it has to get to the point where you don't make any mistakes, no glaring mistake. And Arsenal made, I would say, 2 mistakes today, because I'm not even going to blame Rob Holding for that penalty, because it was never a pen. No chance was it a pen. But the first goal, Bird Leno, that's not good enough. And then that shot on goal that Son had, that Bird Leno saved, was all because Bellerin gave the ball away. At that level, it cannot happen, because if that goes in, that changes the game. And all the hard work that you and your teammates have put in is all for nothing. So you have to take care of the ball, young people. Take care of the ball. But anyway, Dele Alli and Son are divers. Oh, man. Did you see in the second half, Dele Alli was under pressure by Kolasinac, right? And Kolasinac, he times it. You could see him. As he gets right next to Dele Alli, he just drops and grabs his ankle and holds his foot and falls down and gets a free kick. He was never touched. Don't be a cheat, bro. I have zero respect for Dele Alli. He's a wind-up merchant. I've seen him do it many times in many games. One in particular at Newcastle, he got mixed up with John Joe Shelby and got John Joe Shelby sent off. This guy he's not a role model. He's a con man. That little boy is con man. A con man and cheat. And Youngman's Son is following him because they're teammates, and all they do is dive around for free kicks and penalties. Not cool. And you got what you deserve today. You got smacked. You got smacked, Tottenham. You guys were not even close. Not even close. No midfield. Sissoko, oh my God. I cannot believe that's the same guy that played at the Euro 2016 and was balling for France. This guy can't complete a pass. He just kicks the ball out of bounds. Yeah, I'm roasting Tottenham a little bit, but that's what we do, because Tottenham, you're forever in our shadow, mate. Forever in our shadow. You guys thought, oh, tides have turned. There's been a shift in power in North London. No, there's no shift, bro. Did you see what happened to you people today? Unai's going to go 20 years busting your chops. 20 years, just right off from where Wenger left off. He's going to go 20 years again. You guys are done. And let me break this down for you too. You Tottenham. You lot are trying to build a stadium, yeah? That junk's not ready yet. Your lease over there at Wembley, you've got to work something out, so that means that's going to cost you more money. And you're still not going to be finished next year. You still got to pay for that. You've got no money to sign new players, and you're going to have to get money to pay all these bills you got coming. So guess what? Harry Kane's going to be gone soon. All these dudes, Youngmin Son, they're all going to be gone soon. Your team's going to... By the time your stadium is finished, you will have only youth players playing in your first team. That's what's going to happen, Tottenham. Shift in power in North London, or in London for that matter. Listen, I don't know what Chelsea was doing a couple weeks ago when you smacked Chelsea, but it's another thing when you play us. You guys were never in the game today. You couldn't even see us. We were light years better than you. Light years. There was not even a spell where Tottenham were having the ball and we were forced to defend. No, everything's a counterattack for you. Everything's a counterattack. Eriksen can't get on the ball. When you talk about central midfielder who dominates, do you know who David Silva is? Do you even know who Santi Cazorla is? Those types of players are the guys you say, oh, that's a good central midfielder. Eriksen, he just aids the counterattack that those three guys want to use to score goals. That is it. And if you keep possession and position yourself properly against the counter, you don't get countered. You really don't. We got caught out once where they got the penalty, which it wasn't a pen though. We covered just in time. Wasn't a pen. And then the other was a free kick. You guys had Harry Kane didn't have a shot on goal aside from his penalty. We were so much better than you guys. So much better. Arsenal is back. We're not the banter club anymore. That's Man United. As you can see what happened yesterday. And I just heard that Mourinho called Pogba a parasite. Oh, no. Yeah, he called him he called him a virus. Dude, if coach called me a virus, I'd be hurt. See, young players, when you get to that level, whether it's college or you're playing pro, you got to play your socks off so your coach doesn't call you a virus. Because that's going to hurt. Do you know what that means when your coach calls you a virus, bro? Oh, my God. No coach ever called me a virus, ever. I I was Mr. Clean. I was out there working hard, shining the floors, scoring golazos. So I'm hurt for Pogba for Mourinho to call him a virus. That's terrible. But anyway, that's another video. So Arsenal go fourth place. We're ahead on goal differential over Tottenham, but we're better than you guys. We're way better, and we're gonna get Chelsea next. We're gonna slowly but surely make our way up top. I'm telling you right now, at the end of the season, it's gonna be Arsenal and Man City at the top of the league. Yep, I said it right now. We're going all the way to the top. We're gonna catch Liverpool. Did you see Liverpool today? Oh yeah, let's get right into that right now. Did you guys see Liverpool today? Oh my God. Terrible. Terrible. All right? No midfield again. The Everton midfield with Andre Gomes and Idris Agana Gay and the lad on the right hand side, Bernardo. They're better. And Gylfi Sigurdsson. They're better than Liverpool. They should have never. You know why they lost the game today? Because Pickford has short man syndrome. And let me get into when I say this. You know that during the World Cup, Thibaut Courtois said he's a better goalkeeper than Pickford because he's a bigger goalkeeper than Pickford. Then he tried to deny that he said it, but I believe he said it because Courtois, we saw how you behaved when you lost to France. I've made a video about that already. I don't believe you, Courtois. You did say what you said. But look, Courtois, what you said has come to fruition because that is in the back of the mind of Jordan Pickford. So when that ball was sliced off of Virgil van Dijk's boot, he said, I'm going to catch it. Instead of being safe and tip it over the bar for a corner, he wanted to catch it to say, I'm big and my height doesn't matter. Oh, it mattered today because you couldn't catch it because it was way up there on top of the bar. If you just tipped it over, you would have been safe. But because you tried to catch it, you kept the ball in play, bounced off the bar to Divock Origi, who almost missed, hit his shoulder and into the goal, and Liverpool win. And did you see Liverpool in pandemonium? Klopp is running. That guy's a fraud, Klopp. Klopp is running onto the field, and I'll tell you why in a second. Klopp is running onto the field like they just won the Champions League and they scored a cracker like Gerrard came on and hit a rasping shot from 40 yards and it went to the top shelf. No, you scored a calamitous goal. You should have just thanked the heavens and said, we've got to go to the training ground and get better. That's what he should have done. But my man ran on the field and was hugging Alisson. And, dude, it was Liverpool fans, you should be thanking your lucky stars and not even talking about this game like you did something. Because really, Everton had the game. I thought they had better. Well, they didn't have better chances because Shaqiri should have scored, but Andre Gomes should have scored too. He really should have. But it was just not. After watching the North London Derby, watching those two teams, I thought Everton were better. I really thought they were better. And I tell you what, their midfield is shown enough better because. What did Jorginho Wijnaldum do? Nothing. What did Fabinho do? And here's why Klopp is a fraud. Klopp is a fraud because in the summer you buy Naby Keita and Fabinho, who are basically the same player. Why are you buying the same player? Why? When you already have Jordan Henderson who does the same thing and James Milner who does the same thing. And then you're going to have Ox, who's going to come back from injury, who does the same thing. So why? So you just want a bunch of runners and guys who break up things in midfield, but you have no creation? So today, he changed the formation and tried to use Firmino as the number 10. Should have never let Coutinho go. And even if Coutinho got to go, you got to go get a replacement. You have no midfield, bruv. You have no midfield, dude. You have no creation. And here's the difference. You could say, well, you just said Arsenal played a 3-4-3 with no number 10. Yes, but in our midfield, we have somebody like Xhaka who wants to pass the ball. So when he passes the ball wide to the wing backs and then he gets the ball to the left forward or the right forward, then we can play. There's a passer in midfield. Who is the passer in midfield for Liverpool today? Jorginho? I don't think he completed one pass. Fabinho, he's still trying to get accustomed to the pace in England. So who was passing the ball for Liverpool or getting the ball to Firmino and Mane and all that? The only time they won, the only time they got the ball to those guys in the ascendancy was through tackling somebody in midfield and just rolling the ball forward. That's not midfield. That's just press. That's just press. So then Klopp, he's chasing the game. He wants to get a goal. He takes off Firmino and Shaqiri. And he brings on who? Naby Keita and Divock Origi? Are you serious? Oh, thank God that's not my team. That's a joke. That's a joke. Let me tell you something, you Liverpool fans. Let me tell you something right now, because I told you I'm coming for people today. I'm coming for people. Liverpool, what you guys were able to accomplish last season, that was you caught lightning in a bottle. That's not happening again. Your defense got a little better with Virgil van Dijk, but you still have no midfield. And Mohamed Salah, he will not score a big goal for you again. He will only score against the mid to lower portion of the table. He will not, when you play Napoli, he's not going to score. They will tackle him because he's average. He's only fast, and people have caught on to his rubbish. And everything he was kicking last year was going in the goal. Did you see when he fanned in the first half? When he fell on his left foot and he hit a double kick and he kicked the ball away from himself? Yeah, you saw it. Yeah, it's over for you lot. And Klopp can't fix it. He can't fix it because it's only he's a poor man's Jose Mourinho, because his thing is about press. And through press, he wants his talented players to get the ball and make things happen. Then he looks great. But if that's not coming off, what else do you have to offer your players? Nothing. Mourinho wants to set up a good defensive system where you can't get through. And then since you can't get through, the ball gets to his creative players and Martial wins the game for him. Or Rashford does something for him. That's the difference. But Unai Emery has a plan. And he's got his most expensive player not even dressed today. Speaks volumes. Speaks volumes. Okay? So, that's just how it goes. That's what I saw today. Arsenal were phenomenal. I'm not surprised. Gary Neville was like, yeah, I mean, the Arsenal fans are shocked about X, Y, and Z. I wasn't shocked at all. I wasn't shocked at all because this was always coming, because Unai has implemented a system and the players have bought into it. And I've never really feared Tottenham. Harry Kane is a great striker, but that's if you give him time and space. You know, if you allow them to run rampant on counters, they're going to score tons of goals, and that's what Chelsea did a couple of weeks ago, and they battered Chelsea. You know what I'm saying? But I was never worried about Tottenham. Liverpool, I've always known what they were about. When they came to the Emirates and we unluckily drew 1-1 with them, we should have beat them that day. You know what I mean? But they lost to Red Star Belgrade. That's not a mistake, dude. That was a red flag. Like, yo, what are you guys doing? No midfield. So again, to the young footballers out there, it's imperative to have midfield. It's imperative to have the ball. If Pep Guardiola hasn't taught us anything, one thing he has taught us is this: you've got to be able to keep the ball. Because if you have the ball, the other team can't hurt you. You get me? That's what Pep told me. And he told me the same time he told you. You get me? So that's how it goes. That's how it goes. You got to have midfield. All that running and gunning, you can't do it for 90 minutes. You pick your moments to do that, but majority of the time, you've got to keep the ball, build your attack, and make the other team run. If you watched the Arsenal game today, you saw the Tottenham team running a lot. Back and forth, side to side, up and down, trying to stay in front of our passing. That's when you know somebody's dictating the game. And I saw that a lot today in the Merseyside derby when the blue guys had the ball too. Saw Liverpool running around like their heads were cut off, trying to find the ball, trying to take away space. You can't win the league like that. When's the last time you saw Man City running like that? They don't run like that. They got the ball. That's why they smash people. That's why they smash people. And I can't wait till Arsenal go to the Etihad. I can't wait. The unfortunate thing was the schedule had us play Man City and Chelsea back-to-back in the first two games of the season. I tell you what, when we play those two teams again, it's going to be a different story, ladies and gentlemen, because Unai Ball, he's got us right. Arsenal is back. I want to hear somebody come on here and leave a comment and tell me how I'm wrong in this. I want to hear it. Because I tell you what, you're going to have to fight. You have to dig deep. And I'm telling you, you can dig as deep as you want to. You're not going to find any case against what I've said. Everything is true. You got to have midfield. We boss Tottenham. They're forever in our shadow. Until you get, I'll tell you what, I'll even let you behind the curtain, Tottenham fans. You know when I was scared of Tottenham? You know when I was worried about Tottenham? When you had Rafael van der Vaart and Luka Modric. Because that's when you had midfield. That's when you could keep the ball and put us under pressure. That's when you were good. And until you get players like that again, you're nowhere near us. Nowhere near us. We're gonna when you get your pad built or you go to Wembley, we're gonna come up there and smack you again. That's right. London is red. And Chelsea, we're coming for you too, because you got to come to the Emirates, and we're gonna bust you up too. But before that, we got Man United on Wednesday. Guess what, Man United? We're about to send your half of Manchester into a top spin, because once we smack you and give you some sexy football, whoa, full-time Devils and the Stand United, that thing's gonna be on fire, because they're gonna be so mad when we give it to you. Man, I'm on fire today. Woo! The Arsenal 4-2. If you like what you hear, please subscribe. Even if you don't like it, subscribe so we can argue. All right? FCRB TV. London is red. Come on, you Arsenal. Ciao.